Shock and I Die to Games. I'm going to be playing more Elder Scrolls tonight. I'm looking forward to it. I'm also watching somebody play a Mario Maker level I made on Twitch. So if you're able to play this, you're able to watch him. Go watch Synapse Gaming as he plays through one of my Mario Maker levels. I'm having a blast watching him. I just think this is the funniest shit, but... I'm going to just tell him I'm... Anyway, I'm getting into ESO. Oh, I guess I should put my headset in so you don't hear it twice. Man, I am such a pro streamer. Music's fucking awesome, though. Maybe you want to hear it twice. So yesterday I was doing Elsewhere, doing some zones there, quests there, and didn't get too far in the main story at all. I did a bunch of side quests and dragons and stuff, but started some instances and dungeons, but didn't really get into anything too serious. So today I'd like to get into some of the main story quest stuff on this place. I'm prepping up for Greymore coming out. So, you know, this is all relatively new to me. I've only played a little bit of Elder Scrolls Online. I have like a level 25 Warden, so between that and this character at 15, I'm not really far. But I'm going to do this delve. There's a couple of quests I have here. Oh, jeez. Watching somebody play your Mario Maker levels while you go ahead and stream ESO. Best night ever. This is good. This place is fucking huge, so I'm just gonna try to clear through and do as many of the quests as I can. No, it's not alive. I'm gonna change some of my skills too. relic. What else is in this room? Nothing.
So fast, Walker. Rajin would first have a word with you. This one, do you explain? This one is but a shadow.
Oh, and there's a Sky Shard suite.
You know the messenger. If you survive, you will know the message.
By the way, if you see Pakruti, tell him he still owes this one a pouch of
I don't... Does it look like this goes down, or is it just... Oh, I guess it's just the one floor. No reason to fight those guys. Let's go to the next room. That's all the relics. Now we're gonna go south. Jeez, these guys really just all come to life here, don't they? I don't think there's anything in there. I'm not gonna... Well, oh, I've got to go south. All right. Not the right way. Hey, Pager. Sorry, I was, truthfully, I was watching, Sin play my Mario Maker level. So I wasn't trying to ignore you. It gave me a lot of joy to have somebody play my Mario Maker level. Like, the thing is, there's a ton of people who make levels, and usually I don't get anybody who's, like, even remotely interested in playing them, so it was kind of cool. Oh, shoot. I don't know where I'm going. I'm trying to find the boss of this delve right now. I think he's in that room I just went past. So I need to go back in, I guess. How's your day going? I feel like I need to get a connector card to play Switch on stream sometimes, because I love Mario Maker.
One to deliver our message. Perhaps you will die like the rest.
Here we go. This is the guy. That was it. That's what I needed. Alright, let's leave. I've done 2 quests in here that I need to turn in now. I've completely moved away from running through all my Steam games. Like, Elder Scrolls Online has taken over for me. I'll be playing this for the next week, I think. Alright, that quest is done. Got another up there to turn in. And then I need to go do the main story quest here. So that's what I'm going to do. I was outside most of the day. I mowed my lawn and cleaned up some weeds, and then we went over to my in-laws' farm. It was one of their birthdays, so we went over there and it's down there. Alright. So we were outside most of the day. They have a goat farm. A bit random, but you know, they breed goats, so I couldn't wait to get home though. It's pretty hot outside today. I don't like to sweat. I know that's dumb, but like I'll go exercise and run, and then I'll take a shower like immediately afterwards, so I don't have to feel gross.
You seek an extent. Ah, you've written. Greetings, greetings. If you want, sure.
Our neighbors saw nothing of
Yep,
yours.
I was outside most of the day.
You found one of the pieces.
Mowed my
I
lawn.
see you.
You know, since the grass wasn't completely wet, it wasn't a problem.
I'll be honest. That's a lot to take. Think. Feel free. Well.
That's better than mine, huh? It was a pretty good day though. We went to, my in-laws have a farm, and so we went over to their farm a little bit today, and we social distanced, but we got to hang out with them for a couple of hours, so my wife was happy. They say happy wife, happy life, but I think it just depends on how much you hate your in-laws. But it was good. It was a bit hot today, though. I don't like being hot, so it was a bit much for me. Why am I not teleporting? Minor emergency, everything okay? Spill wine on the couch? Can't do that. It's not good for the couch. I always think of that scene of in American Beauty. I don't know if you ever saw that movie. Guy Kevin Spacey spills a little wine on the couch, or is about to, and his wife goes ballistic. It's just a fucking couch. Kevin Spacey was great in that. That was before he was like a gay pedophile or whatever he is now.
I did not expect to see you.
That was a great movie. He did a bunch of good movies. That was late 90s, early 2000s. I like K-Pax too, where he played like the space alien / insane person. That was a good movie. And The Usual Suspects was great. That's one I'd recommend if you've never seen The Usual Suspects. Watch that one. That was fantastic. Also Kevin Spacey. I don't know why I know so many Kevin Spacey movies right now, but, you know, it is what it is.
With me, stay close. We will hunt these necromancers down and end this dragon. The path splits here. We will go right. Walker, you stay left. Moons guide us.
Okay, yeah, I'll go the hard way. Cool. I watch a lot of movies though. My wife always, I'll bring up a movie reference and she'll just stare at me like, what are you talking about? Like, you know, that's all I did as a kid is watch movies. There used to be this Friday movie night on TNT. This is back before TNT was like a big station. And they had this redneck in a flannel shirt who'd sit in a rocking chair. And he would be the, like, host of the movie night. And I saw so many bad movies on that, but there was one called Maximum Overdrive I saw, which was about a meteor passing by Earth and causing all robots and, like, mechanical engines to get sentient life. So all the, like, 18-wheelers were taking over. Looking back, that was a bit ridiculous, but alright, so you've seen that one. Those are the kind of movies I watched growing up. I don't think I've ever met somebody who's actually seen that movie. So I'm impressed you've seen it. But that's how I saw Pet Sematary and Impressionable Teenage Me saw Poison Ivy. I really appreciated Poison Ivy. That was with Drew Barrymore, I think. See, I don't need all the movie channels, but I've seen a lot of movies. It's one of my favorite things to do as a kid is watch movies. We didn't have a lot of money, so you know, I could go up to the dollar cinema and it didn't cost but $1. I could see pretty much any movie I wanted. You know, it was all like outdated stuff, but I could watch it.
Our enemy awaits, Five Claw. Destroy the necromancer.
No more excuses. No more delays. The enemy marching ahead of your Axios forces.
I miss the dollar cinema. That's something that's like missing today, you know, like there's no dollar cinema near us. Dollar Tree? This is the Dollar General store? shit. That dragon just wiped out my group. Glad that made me go a different way. You know, the Dollar Tree has some nice stuff. If you need, like, wrapping paper, that's the way to go. They have good wrapping paper for $1. Need a birthday balloon? It's $1. Go to the Dollar General. Go to the Dollar Tree. Follow the dragon.
Your weapons, little morsel. Mulamnir would talk to you. Look upon Mulamnir in despair. Mulamnir wants you to understand the challenge before you. Our puppet, Eurexia, commands a legion of soldiers, an army of necromancers, and a horde of undead. Add my dragon brothers, and the hopelessness of your cause becomes obvious. You and Abnathon are insignificant, but even an infinitesimal flea can irritate after it crawls beneath the scales. I offer you one last chance to survive. If you and the battle mage leave elsewhere, my brothers and I will not hunt you down. Then you will die, but not before we slaughter your friends. Leave elsewhere, little morsel. Tell the battle mage, if I see you again.
This is pretty cool. Like, I like this story.
Are you all right? I heard what the dragon said. I never jump. We defeated. Yes.
The music for the zone's cool too. Feels a shame I haven't really gotten into Elder Scrolls Online at this point. Like, my first couple of weeks of playing it have been the last few weeks, and are really playing it. And I feel like I've really missed out on this game. Like, it's so good. There's so much detail. There's so many things to do, and you know, it's just a bit overwhelming. There's so much to do. Alright, we're going south to talk to this guy.
Nisuzi welcomes you. This is fabulous. You are looking.
Off you go.
Yes.
These dragons. I thank you, dragons.
Oh, there's a dragon hunt every day? Oh, that's kind of boring. I mean, I guess they give good stuff. Alright, well. Just gonna go sell some things before I teleport, because the cost is kind of crazy.
Here he has
Ooh, a bow.
the life of a nomad.
Maybe I should keep the bow and I should use that as like a backup. Especially since I'm fighting dragons. Alright. And let's put that in my backup. Poison. Do I have poison? Yeah. Wait, poison. Alright. Cool. Alright, now let's look at where I can go. So that dragon's dead, so I'm not going to go there. Could go there. Oh, need to go there though. I think this is my first story quest I'm getting done on this character.
If we've had this the patrol.
At this point, we need to come up with a plan that takes... You paint a troubling picture, my friend. My half-sister likes to think that she's in charge. She won't take kindly to being called a puppet. As for leaving every conversation I have with Cadwell makes my head throb. A parley? I may not like her, but we are family. Besides, it would give the Khajiit time to...
No problem. See you, Pager. Thanks for hanging out.
Like a thorn, my friend. Here, take this. Garish Ree gave it to me, but I refused. A parley with Urax. It just... We're not about...
I'll see you again. Dragon blood. Oh, I can heal. Oh, that seems very useful. All of this seems good, though. Alright, well, let's go with this first. And then this second, I guess. Wish I had more skill points.
Parley with you.
This by March.
Here we go. All right, let's see. One complete. I feel pretty good about that. I'm glad I finished my first story quest. All right, let's go back over this way. There it is.
I expected sorrow. It would be very well. Have you ever visited a Rimmen workhouse? They treat the Khajiiti workers worse than slaves. It's that building over there. For most of Rimmen's Khajiit, it's the only... The workhouse served the Rimmen. Now, let's visit the Rimmen marketplace.
Well, this tour would have been nice to do before I like walked through the whole place once or twice.
Take a look around. Business seems...
Many Khajiit.
It may be hard to see, but... Come along. I want to show you the improvements Euraxia made to the palace wall. See the trebuchets? Notice how they're aimed into the city below. See how this... If you're at... When we get to the palace, let me do the talking. As the Elder Tharn, I'll demonstrate my dominance over Euraxia and negotiate a cessation of hostilities.
Here come Queen Euraxia's guests now.
I don't like the looks of these meddlers. I say we feed them to the dragons and be done with it. I know. Of course, came to that.
So my actions.
Now about the rest of my body, O pestilent one.
Presenting Abner Tharn, Grand Chancellor and Overlord of Nibene, Imperial Battle Mage of the Elder Council, and Patriarch of the Tharn Dynasty, and his bodyguard.
Ah, half-brother. Your arrival, it's so unexceptional.
Pretending to be a queen...
Hush, Abner, you bore me. Bodyguard, you look interesting. Come talk to me.
You heard her. Good luck.
My sources indicated that my half-brother's associate was somewhat taller. Oh well. Now, why in the world should I even consider negotiating with members of the losing side? A warning? How thoughtful. You do know that I defeated the Khajiiti army and took control of the Rimmon throne? Oh, how precious. I do not presume to lecture.
Enough! Sumog Fu, what news do you bring?
The Desert Wind Adaptorium has fallen. We move against Riverhold on your word.
Then the word is given. Now, half-brother.
Treachery? How could I ever have anticipated this?
Guards, take them to the dungeons.
I think not.
No! Where am I? Mages just port you wherever they want. It's never useful.
Well, I suppose that could have gone better. I prepared for Euraxia's. We heard two things. One thing at
Okay. Well, fuck, I was supposed to go this way. Oh, there it is.
recommend that you...
Over there! We want them alive!
The way out, finally. I can't abide another moment in this stench.
Alright, out of the sewer we go.
That's an now. That's not exactly added talk.
Alright, there's a dragon over here, so I'm gonna go do that. And we'll figure out the rest. Oh no, it's almost dead. Damn it. Didn't make it in time. Whoop. I wonder if I can do this without dying. Oof.
Seal the gates. Let no Euraxian enter this holy place.
Desert Wind Caverns Delve. I like the delves. I think they're pretty cool. Little mini dungeons. I mean, that's exactly what they are, but I think it's neat. I went the wrong way. Alright, let's go this way. Those other guys have probably already cleared all of this now.
Invaders! This one will not allow you to enter this holy place. You do not look like one of the Usurper Queen's soldiers. The Speaker of the Mains, Desert Wind holds. Nine Winds, no! Get to the door. Go, save the Grand Adept, Zamarak. Go, this one will find another way inside.
You are too late. The Grand Adept revealed all before I killed her. You will fall like wheat before a blade. I will wipe out the entire order. None can deny Euraxia or her champion. None can deny Euraxia the
Got her. Steel Pauldron of Health.
Please, no!
I don't think that counts as completing the delve, though.
Help me! Don't let Zumog fool! He called it a blessing. We came for it.
You are wrong. The secret belongs to me. What the battle mage knew in life, she whispers to me in death. Soon Riverhold will fall, and the betrayer will be restored.
Let the fourth wind open the way. Grand Adept. No. Zamarak has failed. What has happened here? Zamarak thanks you, the Usurper Queen. We are not.
What do you want?
I don't think that counts as a finish. I'm gonna have to go back in there. I mean, I'm gonna have to go back in there. I might as well go back in and finish it now. gotta find the person who we have to clear here. There's the sky shard over there. So I think the key is to go around. I don't know where the boss is of this zone though. Probably in that back room way back up the top. Like I was probably right there. Yeah, I don't think it's down there. I will check this room though, because I didn't go in there. There it is. Got it. Alright. Alright, I'm gonna go back in the way I came so I can get that sky shard. Just want to run through, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to die if I do this. Well, maybe not. Looks like there's some other people coming. Gotta go down to that cave at the bottom. Sorcerer spells are pretty neat. I kind of wish I was a sorcerer, because every time I see one, I'm... Oops. Don't think I was supposed to kill the monkeys. Oh, white meat. Alright, that delve is clear. I've done the quest. Let's go out and we'll kill a dragon and turn it in. turn-ins up here. There's no dragon up yet, so let's just go ahead. Oh, I didn't mean to teleport to the housing. I think that's what I did, though. It's alright. Oh, I'm way down there? Alright, I don't know what just happened. So I teleported to the housing, I guess, instead of the way shrine. And now it's going to cost me 400 gold pieces. I mean, that doesn't seem alright, but whatever.
I informed Garesh. I often want. Well, that. For now, recover your strength and prepare yourself. Euraxia's forces will arrive soon, and will need you ready for the battle to come. Multiple. Yeah. Find Chimera. You must. So, according to.
I sent.
Alright, I think that's the second mission done. 2 out of 8. And I got a sword finally. Instead of a mace. So that's cool. And I can do the Fighters Guild and the Mage Guild quest, so that's neat.
Oh, this spring
We need your
attaches
card
to
to
the widget.
The outside.
So in that I no.
Wait, Walker. Zamarak will accompany you. This one would go with you to the green. Zamarak, the fastest way to reach the farm is through the gate in the western wall.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go.
Euraxians here. We expected an attack.
Light it up!
But they somehow encircled the town.
Who are you to burst the Eurax?
You... this one.
Go away! Zazi!
This one will say the words to guide Hirsch to the sands behind the stars.
Thank you, Adept. I'll go and break the sad news to Zazi. We all grieve for her.
This one's brother now walks the endless sands behind the stars. Zazi's sorrow is only eclipsed by the hate these...
Ah, Five Claw. Good. I have another task. I hoped to catch you before you were done here. Once, do some damage, Five Claw.
Fireclaw. Ooh, that's a fancy name. The battle for Rivenhold. Riverhold. I think that's what I'm doing now. The main story quests aren't that bad when you start getting into them. And they send you all over the map, which is cool, because you can do some delves and stuff. But like, I've leveled once today. Yesterday I leveled like 3 times just doing dungeons, so I think I'm gonna have to farm those a bit. one down.
Sleek and light. Grab what you can.
How's that? Hajimoto? Giant turtle thing?
Quickly, take as much as you can carry.
Oh, there's a sky shard up there.
Well done, 5 Claw. Let's talk.
Hey, Sir Anderson. How are you doing? It's fun to have you in the channel with me playing the Elder Scrolls instead of you. I'm a big fan of yours, though. You're playing a lot of games that I like. I started watching you when you were playing the wrestling game. And I don't know, like, I'm kind of old, so, like, I had an N64 growing up. And we had the WCW, was it versus NWO on N64? And I love that fucking game. Like, that was the... And it was the right time for wrestling, because, like, you know, WCW was huge back then. And I grew up in the city where they, like, had WCW. So, like, I knew the wrestlers' kids. Like, I played sports with them, so the wrestlers would all show up for, like, sports games and stuff, or Little League games for their kids. So I was really into it back in the day. But that game was the shit. I love that game.
That's your new way of saying you're tired.
You'd like ESO. If you like Oblivion and Morrowind and Skyrim, you'll like it. In fact, this is Vardenfell, so this is the Morrowind area, and you can do quests in here. And this is Cyrodiil. So they're both in the game. So is Skyrim. And they have a whole bunch of other stuff. But the Morrowind quests are actually pretty cool. Like, if you like Morrowind, you'd like the ESO version of Morrowind. It's a little different because it's an MMO, so it's not... Like, your stats and stuff have a little less complexity to them than you'd have in Oblivion or Morrowind, but for the most part, it's still the same. See, where I grew up in Atlanta, Georgia, which is where WCW is based. And since they were on, here in the US, they were on TBS and TNT, so they'd always come on, like, the local network. Like, we didn't have cable TV as I was growing up.
Not good at all. I have enough trouble seeing.
So you could just get it on the antenna because it was local.
The rubbish and poppycock.
I actually had a ton of trouble with Oblivion when I was playing through that. I didn't understand how the stats worked. I feel like you're better off not leveling up in Oblivion, and it just is easier.
Over here, 5 Claw. We must get inside and prepare to defend the town.
Oh, okay.
Forces are on their way.
Well, that explains why you didn't get into it. For us, it was, like, local. It's so trashy, though. It's like, it's a fun, like, drama series to watch, but the you know, the sport of it, like, what those guys do from, like, an action standpoint and, like, bouncing off the fucking ring and jumping around and stuff, like, that's all for real. Like, I don't care who you are, if you're jumping from, like, 12 feet in the air, you're gonna feel it, you know? Yeah, really? That's cool. Yeah, it's definitely physically intense, that's for sure, but that's really cool that you train for it. Did you go to, like, they have, like, local schools for that, right? So you can go in the gym and train to do all the cool stuff they do? I have a shit back, I could never do it. Also, I'm in bad shape. So there's that. But, I mean, outside of that, I also have a bad back. So I couldn't do it. I always thought it'd be fun, though.
The Euraxians have necromancers in their ranks.
They're sent on dead against us. Five Claw, find Captain Nalido and warn her.
Oh, that's really neat.
If you told me...
To explode. Aye, the captain took command.
If you told me a year...
One of the wrestlers from when I was watching was Diamond Dallas Page, DDP. He's an older guy now, but he put out a yoga. Where am I going? Looks like I'm in the right place. He put out this whole set of like yoga videos, and he's got like this online thing for yoga because he hurt his back so many times wrestling that he started doing. He started doing yoga to try to get back in shape, and now he's got this whole yoga thing. It's pretty interesting. And he was a cool dude. Like, I think he was a good guy. Like, honestly, just a good guy. But he just fucked up his back too much, jumping on out of the ring and, you know, from the top rope and stuff like that. It's super awesome. He actually, there was this whole video that this guy was way overweight. He's like 500 pounds, and DDP sent him his yoga videos to try to get him in shape, and the dude lost. He lost like 300 pounds. Like, he looked amazing. Yoga's good for you anyway, but it was cool that he did that. Lifting's great for you, though. I actually just recently started getting back in shape. I'm 210. But I just recently lost 20 pounds. I had a bad back, and last summer I had surgery. And I had to wait 6 months before I could actually start exercising, but I just recently started running again. Lost a shit ton of weight. Also, I just cut out soda and alcohol, which helps. Man, I hate life because of that. Hold on one second. I gotta yell at my kids, I think. 1 second. Oh shit. Fuck! I died. That's what I get for AFKing. Yeah, so I've lost a bunch of weight. It's mostly diet. Like, it's, for me, it was diet. Like, I cut out soda. I was drinking way too much soda. And I was drinking alcohol, and, you know, I just wasn't taking good care of myself. And cut out all that sugar and stuff. I lost 20 pounds. I've lost 20 pounds in 2 months so far. Started running. I am doing cardio, but lifting is way better for you. But with my back, I'm nervous about doing that, especially right now, because we're still quarantined and locked down, so I can't go into a gym and have like a trainer show me how to do everything the right way. So I'm just taking it real slow. So I've been doing a Couch to 5K app on my phone, and I've been running 2 to 3 miles a day. I don't know if you've seen it on YouTube or if you watched One Punch Man, but the anime. But there was an exercise they talk about doing in the anime, and somebody on YouTube actually did that exercise for 30 days to try to see like how good of shape it puts you in. And it's crazy good for you. Like, if he was doing like
long as
a
the
6K
necromancer
a day,
remains in place,
100 push-ups,
yeah,
100 sit-ups, 100 squats. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. But, you know, working out from home is just as good for you. I'm nervous about my back, so I don't want to go do that. Let's see, do I go up here? Yeah, we'll go up here and left. Lanipator? I don't know who that is. One Punch Man is an anime, and there's like an exercise routine they have set up in. Oh, maybe that's the guy. I don't know. It was some Asian dude. But he got ripped like in 30 days. He went from like, I don't know, I'm overweight, but like I wouldn't say I'm obese. I'm overweight. Let's just call it what it is. I'm overweight. But like he went from being like kind of overweight to like ripped in 30 days doing that workout. I'm sure there's more people who have done it. Like I'm positive there are, but the one I watched was some Asian dude. He had like a pot belly and like was really skinny, and then like 30 days later he looked like a god, like a Greek god. He was amazingly ripped. It's cool to watch though. Like it, you know what it does is it gives me hope. Like, I've never been in great shape my whole life. Like, I used to be able to run, like, 18, 20 miles a week, and that was good. But to watch, like, these guys in, like, 30 days go from, like, being completely overweight and out of shape to, like, completely ripped, it just, you know, it shows it's possible if you actually put the effort and time into it. I am not that kind of person. I don't usually put a lot of effort and time into exercise.
Deal with the undead while this one activates the pillar of the summer.
Yeah, consistency. Exactly. That's great. How's the housing market in Denmark? Like, is everything, like, super overpriced? Like, where I live in the US, I'm on the East Coast. And I feel like the houses are, like, double what they should be. They're just super expensive. We own a house. I bought one a couple of years ago, but I just think the housing market's crazy. Like, we bought our house 4 years ago, and in US dollars in value, it's gone up by like 150K in the last 4 years. It's just stupid overpriced.
The moon pillars are active. Riverhold is sanctified.
It's working. The dead are dead again. Wait. Something is coming.
Dark moons! Dragons!
Well, at least it's the same globally.
This one will order the retreat.
Such pathetic creatures. Flee before Calgranti, you insignificant morsels.
No. Riverhold belongs to the Khajiit.
Come here. Consider your next words very carefully.
Now I'll speak the words my people need to hear. We are Khajiit.
It's I mean, it's kind of the same here, though. We have states that are relatively small. So, like, if you're near a major city, it's super expensive, and then 2 hours out, an hour and a half to 2 hours away, it's a lot cheaper. They consider that the boonies. I'm about 45 minutes from Philadelphia, so you know that's a major city. We're in a suburb. We've got a good school system and all that nearby, and it just costs a ton of money.
Now, Five Claw, use the ballista and drive the dragon to the ground.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna kill a dragon, I guess. Let's go. Yeah, Europe's so tiny. That is very different. My wife and I got married in Scotland, and for our honeymoon we took a train. We went from the northern tip of Scotland where we got married down to Edinburgh, and then we went to London from there. But you know, it was like on a train. It was like not even 4 hours to get from Edinburgh to London, and that's like the whole of the city or the country. If I did that here in the States, it would take me like not even a quarter of the way down the East Coast. Like just from a like distance perspective, it's just such a different experience. Yeah, I love London. London was beautiful. And Edinburgh is even better. Like, if you get up to Scotland, I thought Scotland was amazing. Edinburgh, the castle's on an extinct volcano. So, like, it's up on this, like, mountain. It's gorgeous. I loved all of Scotland. Northern Scotland was especially beautiful, but the best part about it was the beer. They had some amazing beer up there. 'Cause they have all these breweries that make beer out of the whiskey barrels, you know? That's how they brew it. It's awesome. That's what I already have.
Soon, Rimmel and all of Anequina will once again belong to
Oh, well, good for you. Like I said, I can't drink now, so I won't enjoy it anymore either, but it was a lot of fun. Like, outside of the beer and the whiskey, there's still a lot to see. We got married in the Orkney Islands, which is up in the northern tip of Scotland, like right as you get in the Arctic Circle. And there's a castle there we got married at, but you know, they have like penguins on the island. They've got because it's so cold, they've got whales out in the ocean, and they had all these like sunken U-boats in the bay, like right there in the ocean from World War II. And they have like a whole team of people who goes down to like dig up the submarine stuff from under the ocean and like take it into museums and stuff like that. It was really neat. There's a lot of history there. But I guess that's most of Europe, right? Like, I don't have that here in the States. We've got, like, 200 years of U.S. history, and then there's Native American tribe stuff, but it's not, I don't know, it's just not as unique and old.
You killed a dragon. I had every faith, honestly, based on recent events, only one course of action. My half-sister, who said it?
Now that I have revealed my true heritage.
Like most of the former
I agree with the princess. The time has come to remove my half-sister from the throne.
Queen time. I have not been a princess in a very long time.
I stand corrected. Queen correct. You said you had a way to get us to the palace, Lord Speaker?
I do.
Oh, my inventory's full. Alright, I'll do that in a second. Two queens. Where do I go for this one? Oh, there it is. Yeah, you live with it, but it doesn't make it less cool, right? I mean, it's more mundane for you because you see it every day, but it's still pretty cool. Like, I was just talking about how awesome Edinburgh was with the castle up on the mountain, but people who live there every day, you know, for them it's every day, you know, it's not as awe-inspiring and amazing. Which is, you know, it's fine, but it's still amazing. I used to live in Washington, D.C., and every time I'd go into the city, it'd be like, oh, here I am again. Like, it's just, you know, you get used to it. But that doesn't make the city any less awesome. It's still an awesome city.
The soldiers.
Dragon Leap. Let's morph this one. That's the one for me. All right. I'm just kind of doing quests as we go here. I don't think I'm gonna get there for that dragon in time. Let's give it a shot though. I just got the quest for the Fighters Guild and for the Mages Guild here, which I haven't done yet. I have a couple of characters on here. Since it's an online game, you can make, you know, 5 or 6 characters and choose how you want to play. Do you know anything about this game? Okay. That sounds like you know about the game. It's it does retcon a bit. I feel like the Elder Scrolls themselves do that too, though. Like I just played through Morrowind for the first time on stream, and I noticed that some of the story in Skyrim and Oblivion retconned some of the story in Morrowind. Although Oblivion was... I loved Oblivion's ending. I think of the 3 games, that's my favorite ending. Oh, I'm not going to spoil it for you. Not going to do that, but it's definitely it's a cool ending. I just played through all 3 on stream over the last month or so. And Morrowind was the only one I'd never played before. And I see why people like it, because, you know, it was their first game and their first Elder Scrolls game, and it was their first time getting into it. But I really struggled getting into that game. You know, it didn't make it a worse game. It just... It wasn't for me, I don't think. I think I messed this up. Let's put that over here. Alright. Let's go... But I still think Oblivion's my favorite. And you know what I like is that graphically it really does hold up pretty well. Like, I would say Oblivion on my PC, even without mods, looks just as good as this MMO version of the game. Well, maybe not this good, but it looks pretty good. Yeah. Well, like, that's the thing. The environment looks good, right? Like, that's what holds up well. And you can always mod the other stuff if you really want to. Don't know where this goes. Go around. I was watching a guy play Morrowind after I beat it, and he had modded Morrowind with like 230 mods. His game looked amazing, like for how old the game is and all. It looked great, but I don't know, that's a lot of time to put into modding a game. Making sure it works and that everything's going like you expect.
A fellow wanderer on the path. Yeah, I'm glad. Excellent. The hidden moon temple stands at the very center of the Ashen Star. The adepts who lived there vanished centuries ago, but the air still crackles with arcane energy, necromantic energy. But there's more. A malice that... By Asura, that sound! Wait! My friend, wait! Forgive me. Yes. And no. I'm sorry. Well. No. Oh, I'm glad.
Alright, let's go do this quest. This will be fun. The cool thing about this MMO, and I don't know if you played like WoW or Star Wars or any other MMO, but they have this whole map completion thing, so you can see like what there is to do in the zone, and they have a main story quest for each zone. But in addition to that, there's traveling points for way shrines. There's a mini dungeon called a delve, which is basically like a single player 15-minute dungeon to go through. There's a point of interest. So if you were to go into a town, each town has its own like point of interest quest story. So for instance, this one down here, Maryvale Farms, has a whole quest chain you can do, and that unlocks it as completed as a point of interest. And you can see there's a good number of them per zone. There's a they call it a pathfinder, but there's just basically like points of interest to find where they have like views, or this is like a special place to find and has relevance in some way to the story or the lore. They actually have public dungeons, which are like 45-minute to an hour long dungeons. They're public though, and you can single player and solo those. So if you wanted to go into a solo public dungeon, you could do that. There's usually one or two a zone. And then they have world bosses, and the world bosses also have quests, and they have stories that are tied to them, but they require to have a group. Like you can't do a world boss without having a group available. You don't have to be in the same party, but you have to be there with people or you won't be able to finish it. They have these things called sky shards, which is how you upgrade your skills, and beyond leveling, sky shards is the only way to get skill points. And then there's library books. So from a lore perspective, you have books to find in every single zone. So it's really cool though, because you can go into the zone guide and you can see, okay, well here's the stuff I still have left to do. Here are the achievements I haven't gotten. And then if I wanted to group, you could look for a person to group with. You can pick your role. You could even do dungeon finder, and you could do a normal dungeon. It could be a specific dungeon, so you could tie it to something that you actually want to do. It could be from DLC, or it could just be whatever you have open. You can see I don't have that many open because of one, my level, and two, the DLC I have. And they also have PvP, which I'm not a fan of. But they have a crown store, which is like how you buy stuff. It's a free-to-play game, so once you buy the game, it's completely free to play. But they have chapters, so these are the expansions they put out. Greymoor is the one that comes out this week, and that's the reason I'm playing ESO on stream right now versus doing... Normally I stream my Steam library, and I'm just going through like A to Z all of my games. But I'm playing ESO because Greymoor comes out on Tuesday, and I really wanted to play it this week. But then they have all these DLC quest starters. So they've got all these quests. Like the Dark Brotherhood is its own DLC. They have the Thieves Guild, which is somewhere on here. Yeah, Thieves Guild. All of this is, yeah. Like as far as a completionist goes, or like just content in the game, there is an absolute ton in this game. Like you could literally play this for six months to a year all the way through and have content. But the cool thing from my perspective is that if I don't want to buy any of this, I can still play it and I don't have to. If I wanted to, I can sub and I can get ESO Plus is what they call it. And it opens up all of the DLC. So if I paid $15 a month for 2 to 3 months, not only can I do the content, but it also gives you crowns to spend in their store. So, you know, if I wanted to do 2 or 3 of the DLCs and then use my crowns to buy the rest, I could do that. All right, I think I have to go down there, so we're just gonna walk down. This is not, like, I just picked this up. This is not something, like, I've been too into. Hey, Uber. How's it going, man? But I've been playing this for, like, 2 weeks, and I'm in love with this game. Like, I think this is fantastic. This could keep me entertained for literally months. But, like I said, I usually stream... Yeah, the Lord of the Rings Online had this model, and it worked pretty well. And I think the Star Wars, the Old Republic had it too. Which I liked both of those games, so.
Excellent. My sight is clearer. I see a maze of catacombs below, undead rising.
Yeah, but I'm in love with this. Like, I'm not, since I'm streaming my Steam library games, I'm not playing this on stream too much. This 1 week I'm gonna do it because of Greymore. But last week I played Sekiro and beat that on stream. I started Torchlight, so I'm just going through my Steam library. See you later, Sir Anderson. Thanks for hanging out. Good talking to you. Must be super late in Denmark. Uber, how's your weekend going? You said you're doing good. Having a good long weekend? Too long. Oh, jeez. Not many people are going to say that.
The corruption here is just suffocating. Like a dark fog rising from below, bidding the dead to serve.
Oh, yeah, that can be frustrating. I don't like people coming to my house. I don't like feeling obligated to hang out with everybody. I think I'm a bit extroverted, but if there's more than like, if I get too many people at my house for more than like 3 days, I have to have everybody out of my house. Like 3 days is my maximum to have people over. This one's way up there. You know, I don't know that there's a thing as too introverted, but you know, you definitely have to like recharge afterwards, right?
Some kind of wards and
like if you have a bunch of people over and you just, it's been too many days, it's like, all right, I need to recharge my batteries now. You can go.
Meet me there.
I had a friend who was super introverted growing up, and I drug him to everything. And I don't know if it was the right thing to do or not. I just always wanted to hang out with him, you know? Like, I think that's the thing, is like, you know, look at it as a compliment.
Thank you for acting quickly, friend. You just... No. No. Nothing. That's within... Stand back.
Observe the ritual.
We do not have much time. This one feels his spirit slipping away. The Dark Lich, Arum Kal, the Ancient Divine, the Ore. No more. Release me, please.
Azora, have mercy. Well done. Whatever wards the disciples...
Oh, finally some heavy boots.
That yes. I'm going... Well, yes. There are things... Yes. So...
She says yes a lot when you kind of speed through the quest.
Well, that would make sense.
Alright, heavy boots. I think I'm in full heavy gear finally. You guys can't see I'm pumping up. I'm excited about that. Are you playing ESO too? I'm 17 on this guy. I just started him on Friday. Friday or Saturday? Wait, what day is today? I've lost all track of time. I think on Saturday. I think just yesterday. But I have like a level 25 warden. But I decided to start over for Greymore, and I haven't done Elsewhere yet, so I started in Elsewhere, and I'm just clearing through this until Greymore comes out this week. I've had this game since beta, and my highest character is level 25, so you're doing fine. It's not a race. If it was, I'd be losing. Alright, how do I get to the summit? Was that the summit? Why are there skeletons chasing me? What's your character class, though? You said a bow using elf, but do you have a class? Or did you just go, like, weapon skills? Alright, this is all a bit ridiculous. I don't know how to get to the top of this. My warden is a high elf named Bear Lover. And this is a Dragon Knight, an Imperial Dragon Knight. How the hell do I get up there? Alright. It's not letting me get on my horse. I'm just gonna run past all this stuff. We're just gonna try to go to the top. Every Elder Scrolls game I play, I usually end up being a bow assassin. Like, that's my go-to in Elder Scrolls. And when I was playing through Skyrim, I decided to not do that this past time. I went as a caster. And I had a lot of fun as a caster, but when I started playing Elder Scrolls Online, I was like, oh, I want a fucking bear. Like, I'm gonna be a warden. And I have to be honest, didn't really enjoy the warden. Like, it wasn't fun for me. I don't know if it was because it was like half caster, half like pet class. Maybe I just built the spec wrong, but I did not enjoy it. I was not enjoying it. It's like, it's weird because you get nature dots, but then you have a bear. And you're like, if you want to melee, you can.
Ah, you've arrived.
How the fuck did she get up here so fast?
I sense there's a great deal to uncover here.
I think I broke this. Like, I can't click on anything. I'm just gonna log out and back in. Oh, I haven't grinded anything. I'm just wandering around doing quests, like zone by zone. And I think my game's all jacked up. Like, it's not logging me out now. Oh, there it goes. So this is Bear Lover. It's a female high elf. And then I have Dayman. He's a Templar. And then I have Cats, who's a cat. I thought that made sense. And this is Dusky Bones Part 1. He's a Necromancer. Well, I mean, Bear Lover's who I was using the most. The Warden. Because she's 27. But the one I just started playing yesterday is Briok. And he's the one I'm going to be playing through Greymorn. So I guess he's the one I use the most. He'll be higher level than Bear Lover by the end of the week. But I mean, the level cap's like 800, so I'm very low. But I don't know. Greymore should be fun. I'm looking forward to it. I wasn't going to play this weekend. I was going to finish Torchlight, but I played Torchlight on Thursday. Alien Isolation I started on Friday. And I had a lot of fun with Alien Isolation. But since I'm playing Greymore this week, I thought I would just go ahead and get into this a little bit.
Greetings, sir. We've come in good faith.
Very well. Who is this youth who travels with you, I wonder? Come, child. Let old Maza Miri have a look at you. Trespasser or pilgrim?
No problem. See you later, Uber. Thanks for hanging out.
How would you know what to ask?
So, the adepts charged themselves with defending the liminal border between this world and oblivion, the lunar lattice, as they saw it. Gateway. I see. The hidden moon adepts practice the form of necromancy here, pressing the souls of their corrupted kin into service so that they might be redeemed. Fascinating. So, the adepts acted as soul shepherds, ushering true souls to paradise and bent souls to this great darkness.
Do you, Azula?
Quite a task.
The Temple of the Hidden Moon. Alright, here we go.
Now for the story no teaching stone can tell. Barum Kol served our order for many years as our greatest champion. But as his power grew, so did his pride. In time, he renounced his faith in Azura and turned to the dark path. The way of the Thromatra. Many adepts fell under his sway, and the order collapsed into civil war. The battle sundered the temple and blighted the canyon below. Triumphed in the end, but Arum Kor would not die. He fled, seeking refuge in one of his orbs. We locked the orbs away, but now our wards grow brittle, and Arum Kor prepares to emerge once again. Only a warrior of the Hidden Moon can end this, and only with the powers of the Moonlight Blade. Make no mistake. My fight, as I said. Yes, Arum Kor. Why do when the time? Soon after.
Alright, I gotta pass the test. Here we go.
The Dromatra approach, child. Will you dance to the song of the dark? Will you close your ears and fight?
Hey, Sin. I gotta tell you, you playing my level made my fucking week. That was awesome. Thank you for doing that. That was so much fun. For me. I mean, for you it looked terrible, but for me it was a lot of fun. Really though, keep playing, because I think, you know, Mario Maker's a really cool game, and it's even more so when you get better at it. I don't want to brag, but I beat levels that, like, 1% of the population have beat, so... Because it shows you, like, how many people have played levels and beat them. So I'm pretty good at Mario, but it takes time. It takes time to get there. The first thing you need to learn to do is to learn to shell jump. Oh, I don't know. Probably another hour, maybe 2. I don't know if I'm going to play Elder Scrolls the whole time, though. I might try League of Legends for a bit.
Yes.
Brave Shandori will guide you now, child. But do not fear. Old Mazamiri will be watching.
I'm getting through Elsewhere. I did a couple of the main story quests. Now I'm doing some point of interest stuff.
Oh, welcome back. I didn't gather up any ancient spirit. The Moonlight Blade, And I assume
all right, hey. Thank you for the raid, Sin. I appreciate it. Hey, Lawful. Good to see you.
With this blade and a wise spirit guiding us, we finally...
Sin, thank you for the raid. I hope that you had fun playing Mario Maker tonight. I know I enjoyed watching you for a little while, so that was cool. Did everybody enjoy watching Sin play some levels on Mario Maker? Maybe some ice levels? Oh, that was so much fun for me.
The riddle somewhere else. Comfort. I really can't.
So, Arumkal's orbs lead.
That was a blast for me.
Ancient texts tell us the great Val Vivo district.
You know, the one thing I think I'd like to see is everybody make levels for Sin to play, but make them as hard as you can. That's the only way he's going to get better. I don't think I've had that much fun watching somebody play it in a while, so that was good. Alright, what I'm trying to do here today is I'm playing ESO. Kitty, do you not have a Switch? They are very hard to find right now. You know, because people are stuck at home playing their Switches, so... I'm doing some point of interest quest right now. And I'm trying to continue through Elsewhere. So that's where I am in ESO right now. Oh, do I have to equip the blade? No. I wasn't listening to the quest, so I don't know what to do now. Do I just kill things? Alright, I guess I need to read the quest. Sorry guys, I wasn't paying attention. Simply wielding it in combat. Alright, but I didn't see it in my weapon list. There we go. Alright, I guess I just automatically do it by killing things. Kitty, I'm not very good at streaming, alright? I was paying attention to what you guys were talking about, and that was a mistake. I won't do it again. Don't worry. There will be no me talking to you guys for the rest of the night. I am using a razor, a dirty razor. LED, LCD, whatever the coloring keyboard is, and I also have a Razer mouse. And I have an Xbox controller. And in the other room I have a Switch and a PlayStation 4, just so there's no fights. PC Master Race. Let's just go there. No, it's not the Black Widow. It's the Adder. The Abyssus version 2 is my mouse. Yeah, it doesn't have all the side buttons, but I've never needed them, so I'm fine with it. I mean, imagine being a PC gamer and being like really all about your mouse and keyboard. I can't imagine that. And Kitty, that's why I have the Xbox controller. So you can play quite a bit with just that. I don't know. I still don't know what I'm doing. I couldn't wield this in battle, so how do I charge it up? Let's try this again. Item cannot be equipped. Okay. Well, let's just kill a bunch. So, Lawful, I got a PlayStation for my family at Christmas. And I hogged the PlayStation every night to play Spider-Man. Which is... I think Spider-Man's the best game I've played in the last 3 years. Spider-Man on PlayStation 4, I fucking love that game. I played through the entire game. I played all of the DLC. I 100%ed the main game. That game was fucking awesome. So that alone was worth buying a PlayStation 4. 4? Totally worth it. Oh, what did you not like about Spider-Man, though? Was it the sheer joy of, like, web spinning and jumping through New York City? Because that was fucking amazing. They actually had real places in New York City that exist in New York City you could go see. Like, that was amazing. I didn't like the DLC, though. I'm not gonna lie. The DLC wasn't very good. And I didn't like the way they portrayed Mary Jane Watson. You know, as a photographer for a news organization. She did have a nice pair of jeans, though. They did a good job with that. You know what I'm saying. I thought they did an amazing job, though. I thought that was it. Oh, my Moonlight Blade's charged. All right, I did the right thing here.
We will speak further there.
What's that? It's a book. Does anybody actually read those books? I know there's people who are heavily into the lore, and I've never been that person. Okay. I got God of War. That was one of the games that came in my pack, my PlayStation pack. I've got to go all the way back up there. Let's go this way. I haven't played God of War yet, though. I played some Bloodborne on there, and I played Spider-Man, and that's it. I am not a PlayStation Elite person. Like, Spider-Man was great, but everything else I can pretty much play on my computer, so. Wait. Sin, you thought it was realistic? Have you ever seen anybody web swing in New York? I'm just gonna throw that out. It was a good game, though. I'm hopeful they make a second one. What bums me out, though, is I think they're going to make the second one on PlayStation 5, and then I'm going to be forced to wait for that to go on sale in 3 years so that I can buy a PlayStation 5. Because I bought the PlayStation 4 on a major discount for Christmas. It came with 3 games, and it was the PlayStation Pro, and it was like $200, so super cheap. Yeah, see, Kitty knows. That's how you do it. You get it for free, and then you play Spider-Man. And then you complain about how good Spider-Man was, because it was free. Where the fuck am I going? Okay. I mean, I see the dude down there that I have to talk to, but... There was a portal the last time. Like, how do I get there? Yeah, well, I mean, that's kind of how the PlayStation comes, though. But you can get the PlayStation Online thing, and it gives you a shit ton of games. Oh, God, I'm going to die. I have a fear of heights, and I'm going to be honest, I just had, like, a heart condition, a palpitation from, like, looking over the edge as I was running towards it. It scared the crap out of me. Eight viewers! Death, you can't talk about the number of viewers in my stream, because that automatically makes it go down. I'm surprised it didn't go down to 0. Welcome to the stream. Death, I am so glad you're here. Did you see Sin playing Mario Maker? That was the best part of my night, really, Sin. I mean that. I'm not joking. I had so much fun watching you play. I have a couple of other levels you might want to try, though, that don't have ice. Now that you've played one of my games, you can look at my profile and see all the levels. Alright, seriously, how the fuck do I get down there? I guess I could probably jump from over here without dying. Let's give it a shot. Make me a level, I'll play it. I can't stream it, I don't have a device to stream it yet. I might get one, though, if you make me a level. Here we go, don't die. Oh yeah. That's how it's done, guys. You do the tuck and roll. Works in real life, too. Alright, this is not looking good.
No door.
Later, kitty.
Only loose.
What else did you play tonight, Sen? Did you play... I saw somebody talking about shinies. Did you play Pokemon? I didn't get very far in Pokemon. I'm not gonna lie, I got to... I think it's Route 4. It's like 40 minutes into the game.
His corrupt stench billows out of the northern vault.
Oh, great. Is your computer fixed?
To the east and west, too.
Then we strike east and west. Destroying those orbs should weaken Arumkal before our final attack.
I can't risk approaching him while he remains at full strength. I'll do what I can for
Hanging in there.
Azura guides
Did you ever figure out what was wrong with it? Oh, it's the graphics card. That's too bad. I mean, that makes sense based on what you were saying. But that's like a pretty expensive part to replace. Wait, if you have a PlayStation 4, why don't you just get Elder Scrolls on there? Oh, I guess the characters don't cross over, do they? Or do they? Can you, like, on the PC, can you play with people on the PlayStation? This is why I'm a great streamer. I don't know anything about anything. No, it's not cross-platform? Okay. It's weird that it's not, because I know Final Fantasy XIV is. If they can do it, I don't see why another MMO couldn't. I'm glad this other guy showed up to save the day for me. It's the only way I can get through some of these quests.
Through faith and loyalty.
Piss Off came from England. That is the origin, actually. But there was one little switch up from your story. It wasn't a dude pissing on a dude. It was a woman pissing on a dude. And the guy's like, piss off. He was actually into it. Is that true? Does it actually mean those three things? Technically, all three of those things go together. What the fuck? Oh. I guess I aggroed. I love that. I mean, not the being pissed on part, but I love the sentence.
Your spawn belongs to the boy.
Here we go. And I'm gonna kill the real one.
Well done.
Lawful, where are you in the UK?
Diminished Arumkal's power, but I don't know for how long. You have to strike now.
I got married in Scotland. I was just telling this dude from Denmark that who was watching my stream. You know, it's interesting that people from Denmark and the UK are online watching this. But I got married in Scotland and we honeymooned through Scotland and Europe, or England. England was pretty cool though. We went down through, well, we went into London. But my my wife has family in Berkshire, just west of London. Oh, Death Creator just got banned or timed out. Can't post links in the chat. There's a rule against it. Streamlabs is very particular. I'm sorry. It says 33 messages were deleted by a moderator. I don't know what you said, man, but Streamlabs did not like it. I think the most fun I have with streaming is when people get stuff like removed from Streamlabs, because I just have the auto mod set up, so I don't actually know what you're saying half the time. I think it's great. He was only timed out for 1 second. He should still be there, unless he like quit watching because he got timed out, which I would understand.
Destroying me will not save you, brother. Another wields the Moonlight Blade. And they will share your fate soon enough.
That's from PG County. That's where they have all the Uzis.
The veil is paper thin near the orb friend. Use the Moonlight Blade. It might allow you to widen the bridge.
I drove through Prince George's County because I was lost one time, and I stopped at this like Burger King, and I was like, "Hey, I know I'm in like Prince George's County, but where am I going?" And they said, "No, you're in PG County." I was like, "What the fuck is PG County?" "Oh, Prince George's County. You just like you're shortening this because you want to sound cool, but you're not. It's Prince George's County, PG County." I assume everybody in Maryland's from PG County now. Maryland's a trashy state, dude. It's not Alabama, but it's pretty close. Like, not geographically, but as far as, like, trashy people go. I wouldn't put it below New Jersey, though. New Jersey's way trashier. Yeah, Annapolis is nice. That's a nice area. Alright, I'll give you that one. Whoa, what the fuck? I was not prepared with AoE. That's my bad. I don't know what that means. Death.
Well done, sword wielder. Come, we have little time.
You know, I'm not touching that. I'm not going to touch that.
A portal.
We haven't much time. Reach for me.
Do not destroy. You may not.
Don't despair.
Death, are you a person of a certain ethnicity living in Baltimore?
There, they emerge.
Oh, I lost.
I don't think if you're white you're allowed to talk about black people though. Isn't that the rule? Like I'm not okay.
He will find his way.
I'm not gonna touch this one. I'm out. I'm out of the conversation for a minute.
Stand in the ritual zone and raise the moonlight flame. I will do the rest. Light come forth. Cast
Well,
your
it could be.
shadows and heed my call.
Shandoria's Hall? Azura shows me mercy. Shando, is that you? Yes, brother.
I think I'll stay here a while. The adepts of the Hidden Moon still have a great deal to teach us, it seems. As for you, we may. On to the next.
Right, beautiful Skyrim? I think that's a great point. It did go in an interesting direction that I did not expect when you guys joined my stream. I lived in Philadelphia, and I moved to the suburbs. And in the suburbs, it is a less urban area than in the city. Less urban. But by that I mean it's not in the city, I'm in the suburbs. It has nothing to do with race. Let's see. I just got those 2 blade things. Did they just automatically go to my collections? I guess it did. Yeah, there they are. There they are. Oh, that's pretty cool looking. Alright, Ashen Scar complete. I don't even see that on the fucking zone guide, so I just did that whole quest for no real reason. Oh no, it was a point of interest. Alright. I feel a little better about doing it. Alright, let's see if we can get to the dragon before it dies. Probably not. But we're gonna give it a shot. Do I play Skyrim? Yeah, I actually just beat Skyrim on stream like 2 weeks ago. And it was the first time I didn't ever go bow assassin. I went a caster, which is really cool. It was a lot of fun. And to boot, when I beat the last boss, when I beat the last dragon, I got a magic kill shot on him. That was pretty cool. I felt really good about that ending. That's a beautiful game. I love Skyrim. I think it's a great game. And actually, I beat Morrowind and Oblivion on stream too. I beat all three of them within the last month. For those of you who don't know, I'm streaming through all of my Steam library, so I'm streaming through like 400 games. So if you look down below, there is a list of games on a Google sheet that I have with all of the games I own and the ones I beat so far. And it also has links to the videos of the endings. So like for Skyrim, I had the last boss fight, and there's a recording of it. Let's go kill this guy. But yeah, I did absolutely enjoy playing through Skyrim, and I love playing through Morrowind and Oblivion too. You know, each in their own ways. Like, I'd never played through Morrowind before. It was my first time when I played it on stream, and so that was cool because it was a new experience. Like, I literally had never played through Morrowind. I'm gonna die. What the fuck, man? Yeah, Chrono Trigger was fun. I had fun with that. That was a really cool game stream. ESO, I have had since beta, and I just recently got into it actually because of Sin. And I'm having a lot of fun with it. I'm glad I picked it back up to play, because this is great. I just bought Greymoor, and I'm going to play through Greymoor this week. Normally I just play through the games in my Steam library, but with the expansion coming out for ESO, I really wanted to give this a shot this week. The dragon is like exclusively targeting me apparently. I don't know what I did to piss him off. Dragon down. Get a Undertaker's Amulet, which I'm going to use instead of the other one. And all this stuff. Aww. Out of inventory space. Alright, let's go sell some stuff. Death! No. What is it, Lucian? Is it... You're saying Roblox. Is it part of Roblox? Or are you talking about League of Legends? Because I don't know which. Oh, a Skyrim mod? I have no idea what that is.
Nakiri has traveled.
Ooh, I'll use that.
The life of a nomad.
All right, I got the fighter and mage guild quests, so I'm just gonna go and unlock those.
Did you come here for crafting? You here for crafting certification?
I don't want to craft.
Welcome to the hall. Start right. Then let me be the first.
You must be here to learn the craft, yes?
You here for crafting?
Always good to speak. We provide. Excellent. You are now.
All right, I'm part of the Mages and Fighters Guild, which seems to have no purpose. So let's leave.
She isn't intended.
To the Sunspire. Are you guys really playing Roblox while you watch me stream? I have played Roblox. Let me tell you, I don't get it. I don't get it. I'm too old. I don't understand Roblox. I am above the age range for that game. I do not understand why it's fun. Look, if you're, I'm not going to judge you for playing Roblox. If you want to play Roblox, you can. It's okay. I'm not judging you. Sin might judge you. I'm not judging you for playing Roblox. Or Minecraft or anything you want to play. That's okay with me. I'm silently judging you a little bit on the inside. Alright, well, you play whatever you want to play. Anything you want. I'd recommend ESO. I'd recommend this, but you don't have to. Alright, we've gotten 3 main story quests done. We've gotten a delve done. We've gotten 2 point of interest done. I feel like we made good progress tonight. Let's see if we can knock out 1 or 2 more of these quests. I haven't played Dishonored Lawful, but it is in my Steam library, so it's going to be one of the games I play. I've heard it's gotten good reviews. Is it good? I guess they made a Dishonored too, so it must have been okay.
Zoom has won. At last! Rux, it's not a cave.
I do have some stealth games installed ready to go. Like, I've got Mark of the Ninja, but it's a different... It's not a, 3D centered game, so it's a bit different. It's a platformer. I still have a ways to go. I beat 17 games in my library, but I still have about 417 to go. So I did, outside of stream, I beat all of the DLCs. I actually 100%ed the game, like all of the achievements and everything. Before it got the remastered workover, the special edition. And on stream, I didn't do the DLCs. I just did the main game. But of the DLCs, my favorite was the vampire one, obviously, because you get a crossbow, and I thought that was rad. I thought that was really cool. Fuck, I don't remember. It's been like 5 years. What is beyond Skyrim? I'm looking forward to, what is it? What's the Skyrim Morrowind mod? Skyblivion and Skywind? I'm looking forward to those. Dawnguard was cool, and the story was cool too. I don't remember the level I was at though. I want to say it was like 70 or 80. It was pretty high. Because I cleared through the game at like level 30, like the main game, and then the DLC is like, I don't know, 5 or 10 levels per DLC. Like it wasn't too bad to get through everything. Is Skyrim Together the one where you can try to play with a friend? Later, Lawful. Yeah, I haven't done that yet.
Remember,
that'd be fun. I'd like to play. Like I think multiplayer Skyrim would be really cool. The thing that bothered me about Skyrim, and this is early on in their development, but they had like the DLC that became or was originally a mod. Like, you know, the whole housing thing was a mod before it became DLC. And that was really frustrating to me.
So, moon sugar disappears from Mizum stores as well. Interesting.
Oh, that's pretty cool, Sam. I have some YouTube videos. They have like 0 views, but you know, you're 200,000. That's cool.
This creature was attacked by something unnatural. That much is clear.
That is actually really neat, man.
I called the guards, and they're on their way.
Okay, I'm trying not to kill anything.
You must.
What was the tutorial about? Was it just like setting it up, Sen? Or was it a bit about like, here's how you play it?
Hasseldak under Hasseldak. This not become.
Like, yeah, what, like, do your graphical mods work with it, or do you just use Skyrim Together alone?
Sweet bread turned up everything. It's an honor to meet you, Hasseldak. On behalf of Yoren Skald King, please enjoy.
That's pretty rad.
Bring the bread with you from Skyrim. It's harder than a rock. Harder than a rock. Rigger made them.
Hey, if I made a cool tutorial video, I'd be telling everybody to watch it too. I think that's great.
Old moon. Raz at me.
Raz, your mother sends you to find our missing farmhands, and this is where you end up? Our house?
We already searched Mizum's plantation. Raz came back to warn you about.
Excuses. And this one thought you learned more in your.
I don't know what you'd make more money off of. Would you make more money off Twitch? Or would you make more on YouTube?
This may take some.
I think, you know, I'd probably advertise for Twitch if I was on YouTube. What was that mod that came out that the German dudes put together for Skyrim, where it was a whole different like game within the Skyrim game engine? Came out like 3 years ago. That was a pretty cool idea too. Hey Koru, welcome to the party.
It's cornered Jadathel.
Andorel, yeah, that's what it was.
Quick, go on ahead and find Jadolfo.
That's what it
Raz will
was.
help our friend.
That was cool. I wonder if, like, there were a couple bugs with it. I wonder if they fixed anything or they just, like, gave it the Bethesda treatment. Well, how do you say Indorel? Is that not right? Indorel. Indorel.
Moons above. Let Jadathel
Oh, did they?
Please, 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 no.
Dude, I played Getting Over It the other night for you, and I don't even think you were there watching. You were just lurking. And you missed it. So you're going to have to go watch the video of me playing Getting Over It on YouTube. Go watch my YouTube channel. Check out Getting Over It, which is some terrible game that I play for some reason sometimes, if you're interested in that sort of thing. Indorel, that's how you say it. I didn't know they made more than one. No, it was on Thursday.
The fragrant pascheroni. Raz is glad to see you safe.
Hello, Raz. I didn't know you were back in Maryvale.
Well, yes.
Friday we did Horror Game Friday and we played Alien Isolation, which was really intense. I liked that a lot though. That was a lot of fun. Yeah, it was Thursday night. You were on, but you had logged. I guess you'd walked away.
By the moon, you have to. By the moon. Raz, you're here?
Of course. You are safe now, sweet Flora. Raz will get you to safety.
Have you seen my father? Thank the moon. What a
Ah, the beautiful Bungie. It is good to see you alive and well.
Raz?
Very good, my pet. That should distract those farmers for quite a while.
Intruder! Quick, Dolor, kill them at once!
I'll play it again. Don't worry, Koru. I've got to beat it, so it'll be on the docket soon. But the Greymore expansion for this is coming out this week, so I'm going to be playing this for the next week or so.
Raz knew something, then Raz, if despite...
There they are! Moons be praised.
So are they making Skyrim together kind of like a little mini ESO? Like how many people can you have play multiplayer on there? Okay. So like private server and however many people they invite can fit on the server. That's cool.
And if Raz's family... Raz sees nothing out of the ordinary.
This is where you search for the farmhands? Our cellar? What? Are they hiding in the walls?
No clues to be found here, it seems. That is a rather ornate tapestry for the cellar. Mother, did you hide this? What? No, of course not.
A secret tunnel. Here we go. I'll check it out. If you guys would be up to having one more on a Skyrim server with you, I think that'd be a lot of fun. We can all be bow assassins and we can just one-shot everything. I think that would actually make Resto more fun too. Like the restoration spec is kind of wanting. Like it's got some neat stuff, but I don't see a reason to play it outside of a group setting.
While Raz takes the side passage, we'll meet up farther ahead.
Heavy tank. Like I said, I did a caster build this last run I did, and that was a lot of fun, but I'd never done that before. Usually I go bow assassin. One I've always wanted to go is more of like stealth rogue, like with daggers. And I've never done that because it's a lot harder to pull off solo. Oh, I can get log me and set up in like 5 minutes. That's how I used to play Terraria back before they had that set up through Steam the way they do. You'd have to set up like a local server to play Terraria. I used to use Ventrilo. I haven't since Discord came out. I used it back when I played WoW, like 15 years ago. I shouldn't say 15. That was like what everybody used before Discord. Discord came out, what, less than 5 years ago? Bro, I'm old. An old man. And I'm okay with it. I'm proud of my age. I survived the pandemic of 2020. So far.
There you are, Aqua. Time to put an end to the skooma operation, yes?
So far, you never know. Never know. I could get it tomorrow. I actually think I already had COVID-19. They didn't have any tests in my area, so I didn't have a way to like get it checked out, but I'm pretty sure I already had it. Not to be that guy. It's like, oh, I already had that. I'm not worried about it. It's weird. You get to a certain age and you're like, oh man, I am fucking old. Like my back hurts. I get tired. I take naps. But you know, one thing hasn't changed. I still play a shit ton of video games, so I guess if that's my judge of age, I'm doing alright.
Ah, yes. Mother's docile
Shield. It's a bit of an upgrade.
Well,
Seems you're good for something, at least.
Good for something. Raz took down an entire skooma operation for Jode's sake.
Razumdar, sir, I have an urgent message for you from Queen Irene.
A message for us? Ah, who would waste the paper on him? Roxargo, shush. Queen Irene? Razo, what is he talking about?
Raz's next assignment. It seems this one's vacation is over, Mother.
Already? But you only just arrived.
Well, Raz could stay for one last meal before he departs.
Oh, fucking fiery breath. I'm using that all the time.
Doesn't Raz always?
Oh, I'm really torn on what to include on my bar now. Alright, we'll do Flame Lash and Fiery Breath. My character's name? My character's name is Briok, Imperial Dragon Knight. What did you think it was going to be? Yeah, so I had a different name, which actually Sin showed tonight. Hone's Noobs, which I got from playing Call of Duty Modern Warfare back in whenever the Xbox 360 came out. And but I used in MMOs, I used the name Briok, and it came up as a random name generator. So I started going by Briok in all the games I play because the people I played games with knew me as Briok. And when I was trying to think of a name for Twitch, I was using Pone's Noobs, but I didn't want to stream under that because it sounds like, you know, a 9-year-old made it playing Call of Duty, which I did. So I switched it to Briok Dies the Games. And so when I stream games, I count how many deaths I have for every single Steam game. And it's pretty excessive. Like, I die all the time in every game. In, like, Mega Man Legacy Collection, I died, like, 220 times. Like, a crazy amount of times. But yeah, I have Briok in almost every MMO that I've played. I had it in Star Wars The Old Republic, and they gave it to somebody else for some reason. Somebody took Briok from me. I don't know how, but I guess I just didn't log in enough time, and somebody's like, I want to be Briok now. So I lost it there, but yeah, in every game I play, I've got it in WoW, I've got it in Final Fantasy XIV. I love Portal 2. Portal 2 wasn't... So did you play Portal 1 before Portal 2? Because I felt like Portal 2 was a cakewalk compared to Portal 1. Like, after you understand the concept of the portals, it wasn't too difficult to figure everything out. I don't remember how many times I died, though. Like, I don't feel like it was a lot. Like, I beat Portal 2 and got all the achievements in, like, 20 hours or something. I still don't have all the Portal 1 achievements. Those fucking trials were insane. I just couldn't do it. I gave up. Turtles are fucking insane apparently. I did like the Portal 2 multiplayer. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, did my game crash? Did I crash? No. Okay, there it goes, caught up. Yeah, the Portal 2 multiplayer was pretty good. That's something I wish they had more of. Because they had the map creator on Portal 2, where people could make levels, but most of them were single player levels. I don't think there was any multiplayer stuff. It's totally worth doing. The multiplayer was really fun. It was hard, but it was fun. Oh, shit. That's the world boss area? Hmm. Harder. I don't know that it's harder. I think the multiplayer is about the same difficulty. The difference is you have two people trying to figure out the puzzle. So I think that in itself is a bit easier. Question, is there a way to link, I know there is, but is there a way to link a quest in the zone chat? Oh, I don't need that. I need people to join me. I'm trying to find people to do this quest here, but I don't know if I'm going to find it. We might just have to skip this for now. Well, we'll see if anybody responds. If you're up for it, man, don't feel like you have to, though. I'm doing other quests until I get a group, so I will always welcome the help, though. I think we'll need more than just you and I to do it anyway, though. It's a boss, or it's a world boss, so you could probably take a couple of people. Can the Skyrim multiplayer, can you pick the difficulty, or is it all the same difficulty? You got priorities, man. Pizza always comes first. Is it delivery or DiGiorno? I like some frozen pizza, but I don't like DiGiorno. I think it's pretty gross. Ah, Papa John's, good choice.
Like Jal, spare a kind. Right. She for a powerful and
Oh, see, you know, pizza is a delicate subject because some people like to have all these toppings, but I'm a purist. I think you need to have just pepperoni or just cheese. Like, it needs to be as simple as possible to be as tasty as possible. I'm not telling you how to eat your pizza. I'm just saying that getting more toppings, it ruins the pizza. Like, you don't taste the sauce, you don't taste the cheese. All you taste is all the other garbage you're putting on it.
You smashed it. Well, hello, my new playmate. I'm a cat.
There's a lot of talking cats in this zone. Yeah, but then it's just a soggy mess. Like, if you get all the toppings and then you top it with sauce, top it with cheese, olives, mushrooms, everything, it's just going to add to the sogginess of the pizza, and then you're not going to have a crispy crust. And it's just disappointing as a whole. Like, that's a gross pizza to me. And Death is really passionate about his pizza toppings, I can tell. See, I knew this would be controversial. You guys were talking about Baltimore earlier, but pizza's really where the tension is. Oh shit, somebody else is here, man. I'll help him out. I was just here less than what, like 5 minutes ago? Fuck, you do a lot of damage. Oh, see, I was worried about nothing. You had that. Thanks for the help. I don't know if there's a way to emote and do cheers, but thank you. Alright, let's see where the turn-in is. It's way up there. Alright, we'll do this. I'll do that quest real quick. Since we're right there. Oh, jeez. Is it... Do you add pineapple, too? You know? Do you just really filthify your pizza? You know, the best pizza I've ever had is this little pizza chain in North Louisiana called Johnny's. It's Johnny's family style restaurant. Best pizza I've ever had in my life. But it's in North Louisiana, so that kind of sucks because I don't live anywhere near there. Really good though.
Oh no, stop this madness. Why can't you see reason?
Seeing is the problem, Adoras. That's why we need it.
Maybe we don't need it. This one's claws are sharp. Pop, pop, and we're all saved.
Oh, getting tired. Excuse me.
No, it must be the fork. It won't work otherwise. Ah, Jarl. Hark, moons.
You're now manually breathing. Yep, that's true. That worked. That worked. Now I can't stop. I don't like it. I don't like it. Alright. I don't like feet things. Don't like it, not a fan. I was looking at Instagram the other day and somebody had posted a picture of toes touching like that, like a couple pushing their toes together like they were holding toes instead of holding hands. And it just grossed me out. I think that's weird. Oh wow, thanks. No! My inventory's full. Yeah, that's the thing, is, like, feed stuff's weird to me. I'm not... I don't know. Sin, thank you for getting on and helping me with that quest. That was cool. If you need help with anything ever, let me know. I'm not probably as useful as you, but still glad to help.
If there is... It is the least that this one can...
Oh, my ears! I see you met Forky. Who's trying to stop? Fast hurry, or you missed the show.
I don't think you realize how much something grosses you out until you see pictures of it and you're like, oh, that's... I don't like it. Didn't like it.
Show us the way. Walker, you all have...
No. I refuse to blink.
It is so high. Sazenza should know. Yes. I need to sit down. Gather my thoughts.
Oh, no you don't. Get your paws off my favorite painting. Then come on, plaything. The game's apace.
The Cat's Cloister. I like the name of that. The alliteration's good. Alliteration, children, is when the words sound the same because of the letters used. So using C a lot in that. The Cat's Cloister.
I don't know what to do with your warning. Why
There
don't
you
you
go.
guide me
Trying to
when I
play with
need
my
you now
toys again.
more than ever?
I've had enough sharing.
I must see. Sacred sugar. Uncloud my eyes.
Oh, how the moon's... You again. Gee. Wait your turn.
Yeah, this is my new character, which is 18. My old one was 25, so...
Hey, I just messed that up. Can't leave a good mess unattended for 1 minute before some hero comes to clean it up.
I'll be above my warden by the end of the week with Greymore. Where the hell am I going?
I have seen it. I have seen the way forward. John and Jod have shown me how we protect our temple.
Bless your eyes, Moon Bishop. What must we do?
We must create an anchor beneath 2 moons to hold our temple between 2 moons.
Apologies, Moon Bishop. This one does not see.
They'll see
Well, you do whatever makes you happiest, man. But for me, I'm low level anyway, so it made sense to do it.
Quit your rattling! I was batting her thoughts into a glorious tangle before you came along.
You know, it's fun to start something new too. Like if you are looking at like a new class and you're looking at like new abilities and stuff, I think it's fun. And you were talking about doing a necromancer anyway, right? Yeah, you just said that. Necro healer. So that'd be cool.
That's enough cat and mouse for one day. Late. It was me the whole... That's the... Look at you. Oh. Farewell, cheese of my dreams. Out you go, for Haskill sees the mess you've made. Neither of us wants to hear that.
Escape this nightmare! Quickly!
I was hoping to get Elsewhere done before Greymore, but I don't think I'm gonna get the map done. I've just got too much to do on the map still.
Hadoras, what have I done?
It was not you.
Walker, this one. It is not for her to decide. If Khajiit lost their faith in her, Walker, this one is not for her. For the moment. He is always this one on her. This one should have jumped. Why didn't she? She was to be saved.
All right, one more point of interest complete. So that's awesome. Let's teleport up here. I need to sell some stuff.
We're the only ones to suffer.
Inventory space is a pain in the ass. I wish you could get that like globally unlocked. I'd pay with crowns for that if they could just unlock my entire inventory for all my characters. Oh, look at me now. Look like I'm wearing heavy armor. I still look a little bit like the Juggernaut, but that's a bit better.
The spices of
Let's go turn this quest in. I'm the Juggernaut, bitch.
A bounty has been placed on your person. Your compliance is appreciated.
Ooh, 40k? Ugh. Mine's 5k, so that still seems like a lot, but 40k is pretty heavy.
Five Claw. Fighting more strong, more than well.
Well, let's go right back where we were and sell this stuff.
many Khajiit travel.
Okay. Let's see here. I could do a third dragon really quick. And that would clear that quest too. Let's do that. Cut off his tail. We can. You guys like The Legend of Zelda? I know that seems like a random question to ask, but I just have to ask. I think there's two series of games that are my favorite, and it's not Elder Scrolls. Final Fantasy and The Legend of Zelda are my favorite game series. And I've streamed a bit of Final Fantasy. I won't be streaming Zelda because of Steam. It's not on Steam, so... It's alright, Death. Don't worry about it. The Sin's eating. Everybody else has gone away. I appreciate you answering. Oh, don't die. Oof. Man, that thing just destroyed me. Oh? That's too bad. Why is that? Because it was a suicide? That's no good. Well, it's a tough time to do that right now anyway because of COVID. Yeah, they probably are mourning in their own way, you know? Yeah, that's tough. That's real tough. Yeah, I don't know what, like, I know a couple of people who have died over the last few months, like older people, and they didn't have funerals either because nobody can travel at the moment. Well, maybe that has something to do with it. That is too bad, though. Maybe you and your friends can do something just with you guys.
Finished your hunt? Wonderful. Here's a reward. So.
I read something once, and I don't know who said it. You died twice. You die once when you actually die, and then you die again when the last person who remembers you talks about you. So, in that way, it's important to remember the people that you want to. I think everybody is forgotten in some way eventually. God, that's depressing. Alright, I'm going to stop talking about that. I don't know what to do with my points. Alright, so I'm going to quit for the night. There's still a couple people watching, though, which I really appreciate. Well, I appreciated the raid, Sin, and I appreciated everybody sticking around. Beautiful Skyrim, I didn't realize you raided too, so I'm going to follow you, and I'd love to watch your raids. Let's raid somebody else real quick. Let me see who's playing right now. I've never raided somebody, so this is actually exciting. Let's look. I want to make sure somebody has a cam on. I'm big on the cam. You know, if you're yeah, Sin raided me, which is cool. If you don't have a cam, though, I don't want to raid you. You've got to be willing to get on the camera. All right, here's a guy playing ESO. He's got a cam on. I don't know anything about him. I've never watched him. But let's go ahead and let's raid this guy. Tweet my hashtag? Who's that? Tweet my hashtag. Oh, yeah. Okay. The thing is, we've got 3 people plus myself, so I'd like to make it special for somebody who doesn't have anybody watching them. You know, give them a little boost so they feel good about themselves, because I needed that. And here's a guy. So let's try. What's the, it's exclamation raid and then the person's name, right? Isn't that how it works? All right. Let me try this out. You guys, thank you for watching. Really, I've had a lot of fun tonight, and I'm really excited that you guys watched for so long and hung out and talked to me, and really made my night. So thank you. Have a good rest of the night. I will be back tomorrow. I'm Briok. I Die to Games. We'll be playing Elder Scrolls Online all week, away from the Steam games. Let's see how this raid goes and if I can make it work. So I'm going to put it in the chat here and in my stream. Here we go. Let's try. Did that work? Do I have to do it in my actual channel? Beautiful Skyrim, you know this better than me. I don't think I did that right. Oh, raid, okay. See, this is why I have you guys. I don't know how to do it. All right, I'm going to try again. All right.